Today, we're diving into a timeless approach to design, one that blends nostalgia, mood, and aesthetic harmony. Imagine walking into a living space where every wall, every piece of furniture, and every accent color speaks not just to your eyes but to your emotions. That's the magic of vintage hues, colors that evoke warmth, calm, and timeless beauty in your home. Welcome to Vintage Home TV, your cozy space for antique treasures, vintage charm, and timeless home decor inspiration to bring elegance and history into your home. We'll explore how the principles of color psychology can transform ordinary rooms into extraordinary sanctuaries. From the cozy charm of a velvet armchair in muted olive to the serene calm of a powder blue bedroom, every shade has the power to influence how you feel. Whether it's your living room, bedroom, kitchen, or even your garden, the right blend of vintage tones can make your home decor feel personal, inviting, and effortlessly elegant. And the best part? You don't need to overhaul your entire space to embrace this style. With thoughtful touches, like antique accents, layered textures, and carefully chosen color palettes, you can weave the essence of vintage home decor throughout your house. Stick around as we reveal practical tips, stunning design inspirations, and subtle tricks to make every room tell a story that's uniquely yours. Setting the vintage tone. Welcome to your living room, the heart of your home. Imagine stepping into a space where the walls whisper stories of the past, yet every corner feels warm and inviting. Using vintage hues like muted olive, dusty rose, or mustard yellow can instantly evoke nostalgia and comfort. Color psychology tells us that soft, warm tones make people feel relaxed and welcome, perfect for gatherings or quiet evenings. To achieve this vintage home decor, consider layering textures: a velvet sofa, a distressed wooden coffee table, or retro lamps that tell a story of another era. And here's a pro tip: mix in modern accents sparingly to keep the space from feeling dated. If you're ready to transform your living room into a vintage haven, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video with fellow home decor lovers. Let's create a community passionate about turning houses into timeless homes. calm, cozy, and classic. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary, a retreat from the hustle of everyday life. Vintage hues like soft lavender, powder blue, or sepia tones can enhance tranquility while subtly influencing your mood, according to color psychology. Think about an antique headboard, faded floral linens, or vintage-inspired bedside lamps. Layering textures, like knitted throws and silk cushions, adds depth and charm. Remember, your bedroom's color palette directly affects how restful it feels, so choose shades that calm and comfort. If you love this idea of a vintage-inspired bedroom, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future tips on vintage home decor. And share your thoughts below. We love seeing your transformations. Vintage charm meets relaxation. Bathrooms often get overlooked in home decor, but a touch of vintage can transform them into spa-like retreats. Try soft pastel tiles, antique mirrors, and brass fixtures for that classic feel. Color psychology tells us that pale blues and greens evoke cleanliness and calm, perfect for a space meant for rejuvenation. Add small decor pieces like vintage soap dishes or patterned towels to complete the look. Combining form and function with vintage charm creates a bathroom that feels both stylish and timeless. Don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe for more vintage home decor inspirations. Nostalgia with every meal. Imagine cooking in a kitchen that feels like stepping back in time, yet still has modern functionality. Vintage hues like creamy yellows, muted teals, or soft reds can stimulate appetite and create warmth, according to color psychology. Consider retro-style appliances, patterned backsplash tiles, or wooden cabinetry with a distressed finish. Accessories like vintage glass jars, enamelware, or antique utensils add layers of personality. This is not just a kitchen, it's a story waiting to be experienced with every meal. If you're inspired to give your kitchen a vintage makeover, smash that like button, subscribe, and share with fellow home decor enthusiasts. Elegant gatherings. The dining area is where memories are made, and vintage hues can make it feel timeless and inviting. Deep burgundy, forest green, or soft mustard can stimulate conversation and appetite, making your meals more enjoyable. Consider a wooden dining table with an aged finish, mismatched chairs, and vintage tableware. Lighting is key. A chandelier with antique brass or crystal accents creates an enchanting atmosphere. The combination of color psychology and vintage decor transforms a dining room into a space that invites laughter and connection. If this resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe to join our growing community of vintage home lovers. bringing vintage outdoors. Your garden is an extension of your home, and vintage hues can make outdoor spaces feel nostalgic and serene. Think muted pinks, faded lavenders, and soft greens for flowers and planters. Wooden benches, wrought iron furniture, or vintage lanterns complete the scene. Color psychology suggests these softer tones reduce stress and encourage relaxation, perfect for sipping tea or enjoying a good book. Creating a vintage-inspired garden isn't just about plants, it's about crafting a mood. Share this video, hit like, and subscribe so we can grow this community of home decor enthusiasts together. Timeless comfort. Outdoor spaces deserve just as much love as the interior. Using vintage hues on furniture, think pastel cushions, distressed wooden chairs, or wrought iron tables, can transform your patio into a charming retreat. Color psychology tells us soft, muted tones outdoors help balance energy and foster relaxation. Layered textures like wicker, cotton, and linen make your outdoor setup inviting and comfortable. Imagine summer evenings with friends surrounded by this vintage charm. It's an experience, not just a space. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share with anyone looking to elevate their outdoor decor. Focused vintage energy. Your home office or study is where productivity meets personal style. Vintage hues like muted browns, sage green, or burnt orange can enhance concentration and creativity according to color psychology. Antique desks, retro lamps, and vintage bookshelves bring character without overwhelming the space. A carefully curated vintage workspace balances aesthetics and functionality, making every workday more enjoyable. If you want to create a vintage-inspired study that boosts creativity, subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. First impressions matter. Hallways and entryways set the tone for your entire home. Using vintage hues like warm beige, faded teal, or soft maroon can create a welcoming atmosphere. Think vintage mirrors, antique frames, or patterned rugs that tell a story from the moment someone walks in. Color psychology tells us warm tones evoke comfort, while cooler muted shades can make a space feel airy and spacious. Your home's first impression matters. Make it unforgettable. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with friends who love vintage home decor. unique corners and nooks. Finally, let's not forget those unique corners, reading nooks, or cozy alcoves. These spaces are perfect for experimenting with vintage hues and color psychology. Soft pinks, muted blues, or olive greens can evoke nostalgia, calm, or inspiration. Add vintage armchairs, retro lamps, or patterned cushions to make these spaces inviting. Every corner tells a story, and with vintage home decor, every story becomes timeless. Join our community of vintage lovers by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. You never know which corner of your home will inspire someone next. As we wrap up today's journey into the world of vintage hues and home decor, remember that transforming your home is as much about feeling as it is about style. From color psychology to antique accents, every choice, from walls to furnishings, shapes the mood of your space and reflects your personal story. If you're inspired to bring the warmth and elegance of vintage tones into your own rooms, join our community by hitting subscribe, giving this video a like, and sharing it with fellow design lovers. Together, let's make every home a timeless masterpiece filled with character, comfort, and style.